One game which I really wasn't actually expecting to be interested in, Yoshi's Woolly World, coming exclusively to a Wii U near you. Alright, as soon as I saw this game I thought, okay, side-scrolling Yoshi, and I'll be honest, after the release of their most recent game, the Yoshi game on the 3DS, I wasn't too excited. The game was fine, visually it was quite nice as well. It was obviously aimed too much at kids. It was too easy, you know. You want to keep those cartoony looks and graphics, that's fine. You know, we used to play games as kids, you know. I used to play back on the Super Nintendo, and I can guarantee you that it was a lot harder than what you're not giving kids enough credit, you know. Make it harder, or, as I heard someone suggest, and I think it's a brilliant idea, include a hard mode, a harder mode. You want to be really easy for those that have, you know, maybe it's their first game they've ever played, and they're kids, and you just want to be able to let them go straight and jump. Cool, you know, get the kids in there. You know, it's a great game. Nintendo's always been fantastic with families. But for those of us older that are interested in the titles, include a harder mode, man. Come on. Include that. That way you can get the kids' parents buying it, and you actually have the adults like me who enjoyed the old school Yoshi games and actually want to return back to the series, you know? So do a bit of a harder mode. However, that being said, that's my impressions after the 3DS version. This Wii U version might fall in the same trap, may or may not. What I do need to give credit is how creative it is. Now, it's called Yoshi's Woolly World trailer, right? So you have balls of yarn. Imagine your grandma is knitting all of your weapons, your eggs, the world, what you're walking on, as you're running on the ground, like it bends a bit, as if you're running on a bed, you know? Everything stitched together with the HD capabilities of the Wii U. Each strand of stitching in the game looks really nice. It's very pretty, you know, I'll include a link below. What I wanted to bring up about it and why it's got me a bit more excited and a lot more optimistic is how creative they are. Now, Yoshi was going along, and you saw one of those big flowers with like, those teeth, and you know, he starts aiming with his egg wool string, and he's about to throw on it. So what did I expect? I expected to go through it, does a little explosion, little stars, that's it. That's what always happens. But instead, no. He throws it, and the wool actually blows up and expands and tangles around the flower. Then it's just like, yeah, it's just defeated by wool or something, the way it tangled, and that sort of interactive I should have had a coffee before this video. It looked great, and as I kept watching the trailer I realized it was implemented more and more and more. You would have areas where you're going along the path and you see some dotted lines, and the dotted lines look like stitching which hasn't been complete, like they've gone halfway and they've stopped it. So you're looking at it and you're like, oh, what do I do with these lines? There's obviously a secret or something there. So then you just grab, you know, your egg, throw it, and as soon as it hits the dotted lines, it starts stitching really, really quickly. The world which you were in started expanding while you were playing. It was fantastic. It kept going around, you know, it's like, oh, there's no bridge here. Bang, there's a bridge. Started stitching straight away. You see it together. It looks fantastic and can be used the other way around. There was also parts where there was just this huge woolly wall, and you're like, oh, how do you get past that? And, you know, say there's a loose stitch in here or something, you know, you pull it out, you're like, oh, you keep pulling and pulling it, you know, like the cartoons, then eventually there's nothing left. You can do the same thing in this game. You know, I saw whole walls being taken down by unstitching it, stitching in the right area. It looked quite fun, I have to admit. Hopefully it isn't too easy, that's my only gripe, but I really can't say based off a trailer. It certainly looks creative. If I had kids, I would definitely get it for them. Or hell, if there's at least enough difficulty, I will be getting it. You know? These games are fun. They just need to realize that kids are not... They can play games. It doesn't have to be that easy. If it has to be that easy that the most you can do is go forward and jump, then, you know, like, don't aim so low. Don't aim so low. Give gamers and young gamers more credit. They get used to it. When I was little, I used to play on the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo, yeah. You know, being young and unco as hell, yeah, I fell down the hole. Oh, I fell in the holes and died over and over and over again. But as kids, you know, we learned really quickly. It wasn't long until I was playing better than the adults around me. So yeah, a bit excited for this game. How about you guys? Like, I know it's been a long time since we've had a good Yoshi's game. Maybe this isn't the game to do it. I give credit for the creativity. The visuals are gorgeous. Just take it that next step. Let us know that it's for the adult gamers as well. Anyway, you've been tuning into Gamers Treehouse 2013. Oh, there should be a bar here saying like and subscribe. And then there should be another thing up here saying you are awesome. For no reason, just because I really like annotations. They're fun. Anyways, have a good day guys, and until the next video, which we will be covering, Star Fox for the Wii U.